your last opportunity to get right with God. The last moment before your heart would just become irreparably hardened. So here's a choice before you tonight. You can go away sad, you can go away mad, or you can go away glad. It's up to you. You can believe what God says in His Word, put your faith in Jesus, and leave this place with joy and happiness in your life and the hope of heaven when you die.
I was in the military, I was in the Air Force. I retired from the Air Force in 2004. We moved into Fort Worth. My daughter, she was a beautiful child, vibrant. She would testify in our neighborhood, bring kids to church, and she was just completely in love with the Lord. At the age of 12, though, things changed. We saw behavior changes, and we didn't know what was going on. We thought it was teenage stuff. Then one day, she tried to jump out of a truck and kill herself. And that was our first trip to a mental hospital because we couldn't keep her safe. Didn't know what to do. She began cutting herself and all sorts of things. Well, that's when we sort of found out she was raped. And she didn't tell us for a year. We were staggered. We didn't know what to do. We prayed. Rape counseling, trauma counselors. But she was angry with the Lord. She was seeking her own kind of peace, I guess, and she sought, in spite of all the counseling and prayer, she chased after things of the world. She began getting involved with drugs and alcohol. But we continued praying for her and taking her to counselings, but then about a year later, her very best friend committed suicide. That sent my daughter deeper into more depression. And this went on for 5 years of her leading a very high-risk lifestyle. She didn't care if she lived or died. It was 5 years of agony. And it got to a point where I thought she was at a point of no return. Not that God wasn't able, but that she didn't want it. We stayed involved in church. Harvest America was coming to Dallas. My pastor, Bill, asked me if I'd like to be involved and help with that. During the crusade, we brought my daughter. She was a little reluctant to go, but we brought her anyway. At the end of the harvest, after confessions of faith were made, my job really at the time was to provide Bibles to those who were giving their lives to Christ. There were people down there leading people in prayer, and so I was making sure they were supplied with Bibles and doing a lot of running around. And then afterwards, when that was over, I saw an opportunity to help collect the boxes that were all around the field of decision cards that were left there by people. And we bring them to a sorting room. And this room was enormous, it was huge. There was tables everywhere and boxes and cartridges getting dropped off, and people were sorting them by zip code so they can contact the people who made decisions for Christ. As I was leaving one time, I walked by the table and I just happened to look down, and right as I did, a car turned over. It had my daughter's name on it. And I just stopped because God told me then that He had her. She's restored to the Lord Jesus Christ. She loves the Lord. She seeks to walk righteously. All the relationships in our family have been restored. She had hopes and dreams of a future. It's been a long road, but it's amazing how God is always there. And I know if you're out there and you're struggling, the Lord sees you. The Lord loves you. Bring them to the Crusades and let the Lord speak to their hearts.